You said Opokuwari. Hello? You gave me the index number, right? 02. Yes, please. It's 02. Uh-huh. Is that not the index number? What is the 034? That is the, yeah, that's the index number. So what's your good, and your contact number? Go ahead. Uh-huh. Yes, go ahead. Okay, and your name, please. Mm-hmm. Your name. You. Thank you so much. I have it. We'll get back to you shortly. All right? We'll get back. Thank you so much.
Demonstration of what actually happens here at the CSSPS end. So Mr. Mark Sasu and Director in charge of Schools and Instructions will help us demonstrate what happens here to the general public.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you, Mr. Poku Mensa. The Honorable Minister, Director Secondary, colleagues, I am very happy that today we are actually witnessing a day like this. Prior to the placement time, there was a lot of pressures on us. But because of our hard work and the Honorable Minister's guidance, we've been able to come to this far. And let me tell you that since 2017 that we started placement, we have never, no minister has ever engaged in placement, post-placement activities like this. And I would like to recommend and appreciate the effort of Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Adutwum. But before I go on, this placement actually preceded with test for confirmation. When I say test for confirmation, is for the parents and the general public and the candidates to confirm the choices that they made. And we earmarked about 10 days for this exercise. It was also completed successfully by your cooperation and your hard work. Now then we came to the placement exercise itself. I think the placement was actually released on the 17th of March. And by his grace and Honorable Minister's guidance, we've been able to operate smoothly. And if you may permit me, I would like to put some statistics behind this year's placements. This year, we had 917 schools in our portal. Out of this, 218 were coming from TVETs. We had, out of this 917 schools, the total vacancies that were declared were 705,327. And the total number of candidates that were presented is 547,329. So if all this 547,000 even goes to the school, enrolled in the school, we have some spaces left. So we have about 188,782. So looking at these spaces that are left, no student should complain that, or no school should complain that they are overcrowded, because we have 188,782 spaces available, even if. Now, let me come. The total this year, the current placed is 516,454.
And what school is he at now?
The enrollment numbers is 412,210, representing 80% as of now. Those who have enrolled in the schools are 80% as of now. Then enrollment burden is 291,305. Those who have enrolled in days, 120,881. So looking at this, we can say that this year's placement has been very, very, very successful. And the main reason why the Honorable Minister is here is to ensure that at least we achieve our target of 90% or 95% enrollment in school. And with Honorable Minister, with your good guidance, I would like to assure you that.
Good. And your name?
I will do that. I would like to assure you that the targeted enrollment that you have earmarked will be achieved, Honorable Minister. Thank you very much.
All right.
Now, this year, a call center too was set up. 50-seater call center was actually set up. And as a result, the first week, we were receiving more than 7,000 calls per day. More than 7,000 calls per day. But as it is coming, then the calls were dropping up. So I can assure you that from the time or the 1 month that we have engaged in the call center, we have received more than 300 and something thousand calls. And as a result, we have been able to resolve more than 80% of the challenges that we experienced. What were the challenges? The challenges were those who want to change from what? Day to boarding. Those who want to convert from what? From the grammar schools to the TVET schools. Those who just want to, they are not interested in the school that they were given, so they want to change the schools. And we have one or two just visually impaired people who also complained, and we have been able to resolve all these problems. Honorable Minister, so this is the state that we find ourselves. We thank you for your good guidance, and I would also like to thank you all for also your support, how you've been able to work, how you have been working hard to also support the 2023 placement exercise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coordinator, Mr. Mark Sasu. So we've had a demonstration of what happens at the placement or the resolution center. So we'll have the rest, we'll leave it out to the Honorable Minister for Education, Dr. Osei Adutwum, to run us through why we've gathered here and brief the public as to the development in the education sector, especially at the pre-tertiary level. Thank you.
Let them talk about experience.
Okay, so we want to have an experience from the call center, the staff who are working with the general public. Let us have an experience of what you hear and how the communication goes. So we randomly we want to have an experience from your end. We want to have an experience from your end. Okay, so come and share with us an experience.
Yeah, we can take like 3 of them.
All right, I'm Reverend Falila Osman, PRO, Gan Central Municipal Education Directorate. Most of the callers, just like my boss said, call because they are not very comfortable with the schools that they've been placed in. Most of them are automatically placed all right, but they still say that they don't want the school, even though they chose the schools themselves. What we've realized is that maybe they choose a category A school, and then they feel that their wards will get that school. So whatever school they choose from the second to the sixth choice, they just pick anything at all. So the minute they don't get the A school, then they are in a fix. So they will call and tell you that I don't want this school, irrespective of the aggregate that the child gets. And then some of them too, when they don't get into the grammar school, they want to go to TVET instead. So they will call that we are no more interested in the grammar school. We rather prefer the TVET. Others too will do self-placement and then call to tell you that they are no more interested in, or they don't like the schools that they themselves chose. So we tell them that with the self-placement, you can change as many times as you can once you've not gone to enroll. So these are the few issues. I think some of my colleagues will add up. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. So you also walk us through the technicalities involved in the whole exercise.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Swatson Isaac, in charge of operations at the computerized school selection and placement system. I wanted to look at the technicalities in the call center operations and the placement system in its entirety. The call center actually looks at two major things. One, doing the PR work that is trying to engage the public to explain All right, thank you very much. So we are looking at the technicalities in the placement system and then the call center exercise. The call center exercise involves two major works, that is the PR system and then the ticketing. The PR system is actually to engage the parent and then help them understand how the placement system works. Because we realize that most of the issues that came in over the years, most of the issues that they call to complain about are not issues that are to be worked on the system. The parent actually needs explanation to the issues. For example, a parent may call and say, my child wrote with a friend, they all had the same aggregate, but the friend got the school, my child was not able to get to his or her first choice. She actually landed in the second choice. So in this situation, the call center team will do the PR work and then try to explain to the parent why the child chose the same school with a friend, they got the same aggregate, but her child or his child did not land in the first choice. In such instances, the reason why two candidates who had the same aggregate chose the same school but did not get it is because, one, they chose different subjects or courses to offer in the schools, and then two, they may differ in residential status. One may choose boarding and then one may choose day. So in this wise, if a child chooses Disadel for the first choice as day, and then the second one also chooses it as boarding, the possibility of the first person getting in as day is very high than the person choosing it as boarding. Again, to somebody who is entering into a Brick Girls as science student, will have to be in a higher competition than somebody who is choosing visual art in a Brick Girls. So it means that if all parameters are set and then they are all equal, where the child's aggregate is the same, the two aggregates are the same, the school they chose are the same, the courses they chose are the same, residential statuses are the same, then it means that the vacancies in the school, if a Brick Girls is taking 100 students for science, and then your child happens to be the 101th person in the descending order of magnitude, according to their performance, your child will be cut off from entering into a Brick Girls. This also means that we don't have a specific cutoff point for every school, where before placement you find people saying grade 24 is the cutoff point. It doesn't work like that. Every school and then the number of vacancies declared for the school will determine the last person who will enter in, and then the aggregate, actually the grade they have. So that is one side of the PR system. The second, okay. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Swanson. So there is a caller on the line. Apparently you will recall that somebody called and the minister attended to him. The issue has been resolved and you want the minister to speak to him.
Oh, you can speak to him. Oh. Okay, Mr. Siren. Yeah, I'm glad to inform you that we resolved the issue and your child can go to school immediately. Thank you so much. You want Elijah to speak with the minister? Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, what has say? Yeah, be amount. You have problem. Be a friend number one. And then the obeda. Also, na the obeda pa. Yeah. You then yami say na the obeti mi ada. And why? All the best. All the best to Elijah. Tell Elijah he can be the best in everything that he set his mind to. Go to school and take advantage of another Danko Kufuor and Baumia initiative of free senior high school. Congratulations to you, Elijah.
Thank you, Honorable
Somebody
Minister.
Want to talk to me? I'll become a star here. Yes, sir. How are you, sir? Yes, you are live on TV. Okay, so many. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. You have to come to Ghana Education Service headquarters, go to see the Director for Instruction, and he will facilitate the process for you. In fact, the entrance exam has been done already, but given the special situation, he can make an exception to examine the child and determine the appropriateness of his placement in Ghanaian senior high school. So come to the headquarters of GES and ask for the Director of Instruction. He's a very nice guy. He'll be able to help you. Thank you, my brother from Somenya. Good morning.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. So as part of the process, we are not just dealing with parents, telling them or taking their concerns, but again, we make use of guidance and counseling from the Guidance and Counseling Unit of the Ghana Education Service. So I will humbly call on the Director in charge of Guidance and Counseling, Director Bremen Su, to walk us through how the guidance process is done for the public as well.
Thank you very much. The entire process requires guidance because it calls for selection and then placement. So the pre-selection stage of the whole process requires that the guidance coordinators and teachers engage the parents. And this is where I want to make an appeal that parents, when you are called to be in the school to get the guidance required in the selection of the schools, please humbly do so, because to a larger extent, if you go to the school to get the guidance, it will avert the challenges that you are going through with regards to the placement. So we will humbly wish that parents will also do that. We do the guidance for them and let them know the processes of the entire school selection thing. And we make them know that they should get in touch with the school authorities to know the children's ability, their interests, their strengths, and what they are able to do in the selection of the programs and in the schools. Please, if parents would get the guidance very well and adhere to it, we wouldn't have the challenges that some of them are going through, because if a parent is well informed and he or she is ready to listen and go through the process, it is a matter of priority. And what we've realized through the selection period is that parents are only concerned about the first choice for their schools, which they think that their wards should get it. The system doesn't work so. That is why there is that priority, there is that list according to priority. It means that if your ward doesn't get the first choice, you have another option of another school that is equally good for the child, and then another option in that order. So parents are here once again being appealed to that they should take their time. And also when it comes to the placement, because it's an automatic something, the system is prepared in such a way that the system obeys the selection that you parents with your consent have made with the school. So please, we are humbly appealing to you that when it gets to that level, take your time and then get the system, let the system work as it's expected. One thing that we've realized during this selection period is that most parents are not informed about even the schools that they are award selected. And this is a humble appeal to all of you that please, let's go by the system, so that we hope that come next year, we will not see the challenges that we've seen this year, because a lot of counseling, a lot of guidance, a lot of education has gone through the system, and we are hoping that the problem will be solved next year. We will not have it in that quantum. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Director. We'll have another session from the Schools and Instructions Outfit of the Ghana Education Service. Director Ajimaidia, Prince Ajimaidia.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Honorable Minister, and good morning, everybody. I just want to stand on the presentation by the Minister and add that for some parents, first of all, I would like to congratulate all the candidates who have been placed and who are in school. And it is the hope of the Education Service and the Ministry that we take advantage of the free SHS and become very serious with our books, so that at the end of the day, you will come back and serve the country based upon the investment that has been done. For some parents whose was, for one reason or another, could not be enrolled, especially some people might have completed last year, there is that window, we call it the re-entry policy. You are encouraged to report at the GES headquarters for the issue to be resolved, or the regional offices for the issues to be resolved. After this whole exercise, now that the Honorable Minister is here to officially congratulate all of us, GES and the Ministry will now go to the schools and do physical count of the children to ensure that all the children who have been placed are physically present, and we will hand over the issue to the schools, continue to work with them, and ensure the successful stay of our children in the various campuses. Thank you.
So we are taking the closing remarks from the 21st century educationist, Dr. Osei Adutwum.
21st century education. This is the first I'm hearing that. You're 21st century educationists. I'm so glad that we're able to do this, and also the parents that I spoke with, I'm so glad I got the opportunity to speak with them. I've also been able to experience your work. So it's great to have that kind of experience. I think I can now put on my CV that I was a call center expert or employee. I just want you to know, I should sit. Hey, they won't let me stand up. Parents of Ghana, if your child has not been able to report to school yet, because you are waiting to get all the prospectus items, I want you to know that my headmasters want to see you at school immediately. So even if you don't have all the items, go to school. The headmasters can't wait to see you and welcome you to their schools. They don't want you to stay at home. Go to school with the little that you have. And if you are determined, one day you will tell your story of how you went to your Odogono with your one shirt, one shorts, and the government gave you your uniforms, and then you say the rest is history. You tell the world that you didn't wait till you got all your items, and yet you went. So parents, send your children to school. Let's take advantage of the opportunity presented to us by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government, and let us all embrace the free senior high school free TVET, so you can change the future of your children, change the future of your family, and change the future of this great nation called Ghana. Employees of the call center, I truly appreciate your work. I don't have enough words to thank you for all the sacrifices that you've made to ensure that we can get our children back to school. To our friends from the media, without you, we couldn't have dialogue with our country. I know there are some who call and say, I want to speak with the minister. And I got a chance to speak with them because they were watching us live on TV. So our friends from the media, we truly appreciate the work you are doing, guidance and counseling, every one of you from GS, also Free Senior High School office, the PRO guys, we appreciate your work. I thank you, and God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. So we are part of history. And good afternoon. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Hello, information.
Madam,
Me, I have still not got the money for that list of expensive building materials you sent to me. The price of the iron rods have been increased too much,
Madam, relax. Look, that's not why I didn't call. I just visited IPCP, where the engineers told me everything about Trasacco fast floor.
Please, those people are expensive. Are they not the people building those big houses in town? I beg going to
Madam, in fact, I used to think the same until I visited their office today, and they gave me an estimate of how much it will cost. No, the estimate is real. It's cheaper than the one I even sent you.
Wow.
Building contractors, foremen, masons. Visit IPCP, the Trasacco Fast Floor. Engineers will assist you build an affordable, faster and stronger building.
Oh, madam. It is done.
Wow.
Trasacco Fast Floor. Stronger, faster and affordable.
This is a Trasacco construction product.
Trasacco Estates, home to Accra's most beautiful and luxurious homes, presents its newest addition, Trasacco Springs, a premium master planned community of service plots surrounded by an exhaustive list of amenities. The gated community of Tema to Accra Motorway presents you the finest opportunity to own a land that suits your preferred size, budget, and payment terms. Trasacco Springs is open to you for development. Our on-site sales executives are ready. Call
Voice of Tertiary.
Money, but them never reach like that.
It's not I didn't think you did well with the song because you were unstable with the key.
Every day is my birthday. Wait till weekend.
Voice of Tertiary, this and every Sunday live, 9 p.m. on Pan-African Television.
It's also a little bit of a cliche. I mean, we're all used to the James Bond scene, as it were, with all the ambassadors sipping champagne and seeming to do nothing else but dine and sip champagne at receptions. That is not true. That is a...
In previous seasons, you saw this.
You are not allowed to hawk or preach in commercial vehicles.
The perception in Ghana is abortion is illegal, and we don't follow up with the exceptions.
The existence of the customary marriage is no prerequisite
for the ordinance
marriage.
Yes. And now, are you ready for this?
Some people express the fact that they don't go on leave with pride.
Accumulated leave, like they term it, is illegal.
Because in Ghana we don't have enough lawyers, and the accused can apply for bail where he has no lawyer.
Knowing full well that you have an STI and you do not reveal that to the person and you have the sexual contact with the person, it is also part of